I think our MC have raised valid information about the importance of food safety and food security. Now, even before we start, I want to give you some information. I think for food safety people and food security, this sounds cliche, right? But currently, 1 out of 10 people fall ill after eating contaminated food. And since I started food safety, the same data is given by WHO. The question is, are we doing enough, right? And out of 400 of 1 out of 10, 420,000 people actually die every year. And that's not the worst part. 125,000 of these are actually children. Children who cannot decide whether what to eat. Children cannot pick their own food. They rely on adults. They rely on the industry. And they rely to us in terms of food consumption. So today we want to look into the future of food safety, sustainability, and nutrition because we believe that currently you cannot talk about food security without talking about these three topics. And I am very happy that we have a very diverse set of panel members. Our conversations have been amazing. They have amazing input. So I want to start with the question of the future and what's next in terms of food safety, quality assurance, and these topics. You know, in Dubai, I must say that this is the best place to talk about the future, if you all agree. Just a bit of a data. We are importing and exporting 10 million tons of food every year, and we are serving and importing from 181 different countries globally. So with this, talking about Dubai, we have a clear strategic path in terms of our goals. We have the UN SDG goals. If everyone is aware, we have the Dubai 2033 plan. I want to start from an industry perspective. Ahmed, what do you think is the future of food safety?
First of all, I would like to thank you to give me this chance. And my privilege to represent Almarai in this esteemed stage together with the friend leaders. The food safety, we believe in the future it will look different than the ordinary way of and traditional way we do. We used to have the food safety is just concerned about the microbiology and some of the ingredient and contents in the product. But we believe our consumer now looking more than that. We are expecting in the future about nutrition, how the product is benefiting the consumer, how it is made from the farm to the fork. All these details and transparency, we believe it will be more focus from the customer in the near future. And that will lead of changing the way of representing the food safety for the consumer, depending on the new generation and the different language could be read by the consumer. That is lead us to search for short and some of the technology like the AI, Internet of Things. It will help to represent our complete supply chains to make sure our consumer is confident from the product consumed.
You know, I think it's amazing for us to hear from the industry that we are prioritizing food safety, sustainability, and nutrition. And moving forward, you know, with the utilization of artificial intelligence, that's, you know, that's a good benchmark for everybody. Now, thank you so much, Ahmed. Hassa is my boss, by the way. So, Hassa, we are very proud to say that Dubai Municipality is advancing nutrition, food safety, and sustainability from artificial intelligence perspective. We are heavy in developments and we are making sure that, you know, the knowledge basis of artificial intelligence is from a regulatory perspective. Can you give us insights about the future?
Sure. Thank you, Michael. I believe that Dubai is already one of the global leaders in technology and using technology in food safety. So now, currently, I'm not talking about future. Currently, we are using many technologies. We're using AI tools that help inspectors to take decisions based on guidelines that we provide. So the future of AI, future of food safety, I believe is a collaborative way, or it's an ecosystem that where food safety, nutrition, and sustainability will be working together. It's not only about food safety, but taking into consideration that all these elements works together. It's also involving community and taking action. So it's not only about regulation, but also about community and industry involvement in guidelines and regulation.
Yep, thank you, Hassa. I think we all agree that all the developments and the step forwards must always be people-centered. And still on the path of artificial intelligence, just to share a bit of information, so our department is also conducting a lot of awareness session, and our approaches varies not only for technology but also about behavioral insights. So we understand the needs of the community and the industry, and we build the capacity from that. So just to share, 2 weeks ago we had a session for artificial intelligence because we want to make sure that everyone's on the same path in terms of using AI, and we tested the knowledge of I won't say 100% of the people, but most of technical experts. And I must say that most people are still limited to ChatGPT and Gemini, right? So we are still a bit behind in terms of moving forward and understanding the functionalities of AI, whether we're talking about narrow, generative, or agentic. We are very early to this. And with AI, Meera, you've been an auditor, and what's your take on this? Do we have any new technology that drives auditing forward, even for microbial testing and digital monitoring? Do we have anything that are happening now, and what are the things that are in early stages?
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for giving us the opportunity, and it's indeed a pleasure to being with a great panel. And when it comes to auditing, I would say that predictive analytics is being used in different areas. That's what we have started implementing AI with. So predictive, there is predictive microbiology, and then you have this product imaging, which has been used for the manufacturing or production purposes. And when you do a self-auditing, the data which is collected through this predictive analytics is helpful. And for carrying out a traceability, which is very much important when it comes to auditing, AI has definitely been taking up a lot of information and summarized it, and it makes it easier. The job is done easier. And auditing, usually it's done on platforms now rather than much, you don't have to go paper-wise. So we do on a platform, and sometimes when it is integrated with the AI technology, it's just making it much easier, more efficient as well.
Yep, I think it's the way to move forward is AI helping us to be more predictive, and the data that we have can help us understand what are the risks that might happen. Now I want to hear from an engineer's perspective from the industry. Kirill, what are the new advancements and what are we looking forward in terms of the manufacturing sector?
Questions, and good afternoon, everyone. First of all, of course, artificial intelligence can help us to provide a lot of, manage with a lot of data and so on to help us understand what's going on and so on. But it's a good, and we have in our engineering process, we have a lot of case when we met good example when artificial intelligence and digital can help us save money on sustainability points, and to be sure that our product very safe for customer, for suppliers, for people, by the way. But another way, we need to be sure that all of artificial intelligence understand what's going on. And so we need to have we need to have an expert who provides this information to artificial intelligence. And sometimes we make a gap between what exactly we need and what the ChatGPT told me, for example. Yeah, so it's a big questions how to cover this points, and sometimes it's really challenging. But by the way, it's a future, and it's nearest future. We have very quick and time here, and so we really expect that our next future, nearest future, will be with artificial intelligence and digital. So we try to combine all of our experience, technical experience. We try to combine all of our technical solution with, of course, with digital, and it can help our customer factories to be sure that they provide good product.
I totally agree. I think the only way to move forward is, to embrace the future. And to do this, we have a lot of work that needs to be done in terms of quality assurance in the manufacturing sector, whether it's about data and, again, introducing artificial intelligence to the manufacturing sector. And I know there's no way to move forward but to embrace technology and artificial intelligence, if you all agree. And in Dubai, we always make sure that we're inclusive of the developments. And Ahmed, I know that Almarai has been on the forefront of development and, advancing technology in terms of quality assurance and food safety. What are your tips for SMEs or emerging establishments to embrace the developments, artificial intelligence, or any other developments without holding back because of cost limitations? Any tips to our SMEs?
Yeah, thank you. This is a very important question. When you are the market leader, there will be more responsibility to proofing to the SME about the technology and the intelligent applications. And with the size of Almarai, you cannot continue and sustainable without using the data and integrate it to the smart operation so that you can make the right decisions. And for the SMEs is already proven concept, and for their size they can adapt their system easily and quickly because they are still agile and they can easily implement the technology. Today the cost, I believe it is affordable. They can adapt it according to their size, and there is already proofing application applied from the big company. And the day by day, those such of application, it's becoming more available. More companies is there in the field. It can study and it can implement the tailor-made solutions according to the size of the company. Even if you talk about the price, it is also reasonable.
Yep.
Comparing with the benefit they will get. And to talk the language of today's language, they need to implement it from early stage.
Yep. Thank you so much, Ahmed. Meera, you have been in contact with the food businesses yourself, right? With doing audits, and you've seen what are the current needs in terms of stepping up and the technology that has to be known by the SMEs. Any insights on this?
Well, it comes to SMEs, the benefit is that there have already been a lot of food and beverage manufacturers in the country, in the whole world. So since AI works on the history collected from all the, so it already has a database of all the risk that has already been experienced by all the food and beverage manufacturers of different sectors. So this is going to help the SMEs in predicting the contamination or the risk or the outbreaks, even without having to face them. So it is like a large database which is analyzed and based on the climatic factors about the industry, how their processing happens. With a change in the range or the variation, AI can help in predicting the contamination risk or any kind of major outbreaks that could happen. But when it comes to cost, yes, that could be a challenge for them. But considering the benefits, it would still be helpful if they can start from the early stages as well.
Thank you, Meera. And I think one of the highlights of what you said, Ahmed, is you said that SMEs are still agile. And, agility is really important in terms of developing a certain organization or a company or a process. And we are running in sprints. We're not doing a marathon, so we could help them build their capacity. And again, Almarai is there and other companies, may probably on the F&B group, who could they with benchmarking would be probably good. Okay, so the next question would be, since we are a mixture of government and industry, I want to share that some programs in DM promotes partnership, right? And for example, I would like to mention the I Pledge to Food Safety initiative as one of the programs that aims to promote partnership between the government and public sector, as we aim to leave SDG number 17. If we're aware of SDG number 17, that's partnership for the goals. And we always believe that the touch points of the consumers are through the industry. So I would like to ask whoever wants to answer, what is the needed collaboration between stakeholders, the government, and the industry?
Okay, if I may answer to that. From a government perspective, collaboration between industry, community, and the regulatory authorities such as Dubai Municipality, it is very important, especially when building new technologies, when building new platforms, when planning for a new technology or a guideline, for example. So taking into mind the needs of the industry is very important as government sector. So instead of planning from top to down, we need to involve the industry in our regulation, in our guidelines, to fully understand what is the need, and then later on to prevent any kind of problems or challenges that might occur. So it is important to involve them in early stages and make sure that all the needs that are from the industry side is covered. We as Dubai Municipality, we're not only here as a regulatory authority, but we are here to support the industry, the community, through workshops, through systems, technologies, any kind of communication that is easier for them to reach out. Yes.
Yeah, I fully agree. I think that's the way to move forward, is to make sure that we involve each stakeholder in either it's a new development, a new program, or policy making. And I think we have DM has some partners here. I could see Sharon from the end, from Spinies, and I think a lot of people from the F&B group are helping us to reach out to the consumers and raise awareness to specific issues that are relevant. Meera, again, you have been in touch with the industry. So what do you think are the most important things to collaborate right now? For collaboration, what do you think are the most crucial things?
When it comes to collaboration, always first we are looking at the consumers, right? So government, when it comes in collaboration with the industry, the thing is, with the AI, chatbots and things like that, it is easier for the industry to collect the information from the consumers, so on a real time. And with that, definitely that's going to help the consumers and even the regulatory bodies to work on based on the consumer requirements. So even the regulations could be developed accordingly, and it's going to be easier even for the industries.
Yeah, right. Going now to the consumers, since we're talking about the consumers, I think most of us will agree that we have smarter consumers now. In terms of level of awareness, they're way smarter than ever. It's because of social media. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think social media affects every individual in terms of not only marketing, but dissemination of information. Uh, and there's a big need now for transparency. And people would demand more nutritious and various information on the labels. Uh, Ahmed, in terms of transparency and information, I think you have an exposure to this and you have a good opinion on how to uh, raise awareness to both ends, the industry and the consumers.
As you mentioned, transparency, it's according to your audience and who's going to consume your product. And it's very important to do a lot of cooperation with the government entity and regulatory to increase the awareness of the consumer. Today, if you take Almarai as a benchmark, we have controlled as the biggest vertical company producing food. So we have the complete chain from the farm to the fork. And it's easy for us to implement, like using the QR, customer can easily access to all the information. But even though awareness is so important and more transparency, it will lead to more information required. It will help the consumer to increase the knowledge about the nutrition fact, about how it is get produced, how it is sustainable, how it is environmental friendly. All of this, it's becoming a concern to our consumer, and we have to adapt. We have to uplift our standard to meet the consumer expectation. But again, this should work together with regulatory affair in each countries.
Yep, 100%. And as I said earlier, I think people are more aware now. And I remember back in 2015 when we launched the UN SDGs, and globally, people have agreed to reduce, our leaders have agreed to reduce food waste and loss at least by 50% on 2030, by 2030. And we are talking about 10% of gas emissions. And people are being more aware. So now sustainability becomes not only a strategic obligation, but it becomes a moral obligation to everybody. So in terms of increasing trust, I think we have a bit more time. So in terms of trust, how do we elevate the trust of the brands in the face of the public? Anyone would like to add in?
Sure. As for the consumer trust as regulatory authority, it's our role to make sure that, for example, on products, so all the nutritional information is available, calories are declared, not only on the product, but also on the food menus in restaurants. So we have initiatives coming that all the food menus on restaurants, or the calories declared, like allergens should be declared. So as you said, the consumers are more smart now compared to before. So they know about the ingredients, what causes them allergic reaction, or what calories they want to consume. So we give this authority or the choice of choosing what is suitable for the consumer. They have this ability to choose what is right for them. Right. So this is keeping transparency. Moreover, if in case like for import and export or inspection tools, the traders or food importers or food establishments, they can see their entry or actions that is entered by the municipality in time from any part of the world. They can log into the system and see what is the next action that needs to be taken. If there is any contravention or any documents that needs to be submitted, they will have access to these data from any place. Yeah.
Thank you, Hassa. So for our last question, I want to give the floor to our panel members. I want to ask, what are we looking forward in terms of the developments, in terms of food safety, sustainability, nutrition, and quality assurance? What would be the future? What are we looking forward? Do you want to start, Meera?
Yeah, sure. Sorry. We are actually looking how AI could be helping for sustainability, for food safety. So as of now, what we have is the analytics. So what AI does now is collection of the history, a lot of information, and giving it to you. Even for example, when you see the product imaging, it can identify, it can tell you this is what's going to happen from the history. But what we would like to see is the AI coming into action. It can analyze, it can give you the results, but how it can do it, take an action for the cause without human intervention. So that's something that we can look forward to. And also we have food fraud detection and moving to horizon scanning. We can do a lot of, collect a lot of information based on regulations. We can keep ourselves updated, concerned to the product we or F&B is dealing with. They can get updated risk details and things from the horizon scanning. So we have this platform called as DigiComply and LabelWise, which is an AI-based, and we have information from all over the world, and we can get anything related to the product that is of our interest. So this is what I would suggest. Maybe next 5 years, we can see the AI being in action.
I think there's a lot of work between science people, the industry, and of course our IT experts and AI developers. Thank you, Meera. Hassa, what are you looking forward?
Yes. In terms of future of food safety, some of the future that we are seeing, I can see it now in terms of using AI. I understand that most of you think about AI as ChatGPT or Gemini or whatever, many platforms of AI. But when you have an AI coming from government, where we feed the information, we put the guidelines, we put all the information, that you will have a trusted source of information. So this is what we're trying to do. So the future of food safety can be in any place, in every household. For example, if you have any question related to food safety, for nutrition, or related to sustainability about food safety, how you can modify or how you can change a certain menu. So you will have, the future is, as I see, you will have access to do this from your phone, from your home, from any place. So this is how. Moreover, the future of, for example, I'm not just covering nutrition and safety, but also the inspection. So inspection will be more AI based or technology based. So inspectors will have more ability to take the right decision on time, and it is more proactive rather than reactive stage. So before even the problem occurs, they will have like a risk-based tool to detect that a problem might occur in this area. So take proactive measurements before it happens. So this is how we see food safety in future, inshallah.
Yep, I totally agree. Just recapping on what you said, which I totally agree. Number one is making sure that the knowledge base of the developments of artificial intelligence will be coming from a credible source, which makes the industry's lives better, instead of going for a certain AI, which go for the whole web. And also, I think it's also the future will also be focusing on the behavior of people, understanding behavior, and that's how to move forward. We cannot move forward with technology without behavior. Thank you, Hassa. Kirill, in terms of the manufacturing, what do we see in the future?
Yeah, on this point of view, I have two answers. First of all, myself. I am a consumer, by the way, yeah. And of course, I prefer to see what exactly I'm eating, what exactly present on a chocolate bar, which I would like, and so on. And of course, I want to, if I would like to have information, I want to do it easy, based on government side or production side, doesn't matter. But yeah, I would. And I hope it will, in nearest future, we will have this ability to have this information. And other answer is from engineering purpose or engineering view. So in the future, our world it's a growth, and so we every year we have new consumer. Every year our population grow, and unfortunately, we will continue to have some issues with allergy, with some other issues. And by the way, it will be better to prevent some risk, to eliminate some risk, than to make some auditors questions for company who produce. So if company will think about how to eliminate the risk, not just reduced, and it will be better. And I hope it's our future from engineering view.
As we said earlier, Kirill, inshallah, it's going to happen
Inshallah,
very,
yeah.
very soon. Ahmed, what are you optimistic about the next upcoming years?
I believe we will give confidence and promise to the consumer. We will continue developing the product and cooperate with the different entity, mainly in regulations, to simplify the language of labeling and the information the customer is looking for. Whatever today we might see it difficult, I'm sure the developer of intelligent and software engineers and Internet of Things, they will help us to bridge the gap between the manufacturing and the consumer. We will keep developing, we will keep pushing to meet the customer specification.
Thank you, Ahmed. Thank you. I think we will all agree that it's a balance of developing technologies, but again, understanding the needs of our consumers. And with that, I would like to close by saying that the true future of food safety, nutrition, and sustainability lies not only in smarter technology, but in the trust we build, where awareness, innovation, and responsibility come together to protect every plate. Thank you, everybody.